That was a vibe.
You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game.
Hey,
we got two legends on here today, right? Two legends, man. I don't even know where to start at, man. You got, the legendary Alicia Keys, the legendary Swizz Beatz.
I'm just the backup singer today, baby, And I'm
gonna say some real shit. We sitting here with black power, black excellence, black love, black honor. That's what we sitting here with today. And it's so much, but I gotta go right into this shit. I call this nut, right? I had this minivan, right? I come home from jail. When I was in jail, you had the song New York. And you said these bright lights would inspire you. So I said, when I go home, I'm going to Times Square. I drive up this joint, right? It's late as shit. I drive up here. I call this dude. I think he gonna be happy for me.
Right.
So I got him on FaceTime. Cuz, I'm at Times Square. This, that, third. Boom, 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 boom. Man, the bright lights inspire you. I'm inspired. I'm looking at the billboards and shit. I'm like, listen, this shit going down. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna tear this shit up.
Let's go.
Now, say what you told me.
You was a fucking professional loser. He listened to your song. You came home from jail. Nigga had $44 to his name. He got on the cheap ass bus, drove up here, and looked at the lights. At least you said the bright lights will inspire you.
No, the bus only cost $17. The mega books.
Stupid
the
ass
mega bus.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
he had $44 to his name.
No, I probably had a little bit more than that, nigga.
He out there talking about the bright lights will inspire you. Man, get your dumb ass home and get a job, man. You not even supposed to be in New York.
No, I was. I was running around. I got a pad, but the lights was like, I was like, damn, this shit real inspiring. Because I want to be on, I said, I'm going to be on one of them fucking billboards one day. So I'm like, damn, because he all in the song.
But that just go to show you the power of a song.
Yeah, the song a motherfucker. So I
was man was in jail, him and his celly in the jail screaming, welcome to New York. Yeah. They like, shut the fuck up. You from Philly.
Yeah. No, listen, it was a song. That was a powerful fucking song.
It didn't matter where you was from.
Because this is where it go down there. I tell dudes all the time, New York City, where they cut the checks at. I don't give a fuck where you from. This is where all the buildings at, where they cutting that check out, man. You got to be able to maneuver up here. If you can maneuver up here, if you can move, if you a hustler, you going to hustle. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man, New York City.
Hold on, before we go any further, this episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, let me tell you something about New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam.
Life ain't going your way.
Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka.
You caught your bitch cheating today.
Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka.
You thought that check was in the mail or coming to your bank account and it didn't come your way?
Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka.
It's distilled 5 times.
5 times.
It's filtered 3 times.
I can taste it.
If you speak Spanish, it's uno, dos, tres.
Yes, he got that Pink Whitney down there.
You're right. And you could drink it like you could drink it straight up. You could drink it on the rocks.
Yeah.
Juice, soda, make a classic New Amsterdam mule.
Yeah.
However you got to do it, make sure you get you some. But shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports and a presenting sponsor of $1 Million Worth of Game.
Too low.
And we love you guys for that. You know why? It's great for pre-gaming. It's the playoffs right now. When you're out and about, go get you some New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports.
That was a long ass rehearsed, man. How long is that got to be?
Man, we love them.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a side though.
Okay, good.
I told you. That's that thing. I told you. I'm going to get right into it, right? We live in the world of social media, Instagram. For some reason, I always tell Gil, everybody on here got all this advice about fucking relationships, but nobody married, nobody got successful. I'm asking the successful power couple, what is the ingredients to keeping that love alive, to staying together, and to having successful marriage? What is the ingredients?
You have to have really amazing sex.
That's it.
See, I told you. I told you. I told you if you ain't fucking a level off.
I see where this is going today.
No, Swizz. No, let it go. Don't say nothing, cuz. Finish this up.
So I think that you definitely have to really know how to treat the person that you love, and you have to satisfy them on multiple levels. You have to satisfy them physically, it's true. You have to satisfy them emotionally. You have to be able to find each other in emotional space too. So like if you more emotional, I'm pegging you as emotional, right? He's like, I like that about you, but you have to be able to meet the person in their emotional space, because if you don't understand each other, then that's not going to go well. And then you have to emotionally and spiritually be able to be compatible. You know, it's like how I am and how he is. we are very compatible, even though you wouldn't think so, because you would think that we were two very different people, and we definitely are different people. Yeah. But and he likes when I'm me, and I like when he's him. And so there's not like this, I don't need him to be how I want him to be, and he doesn't need me to be how he wants me to be. He likes me as I am, and he loves me obviously as I am. So that physical component is definitely what's supposed to make you laugh. That is a very important part of it. But I think there's this communication part. There's this like relating to each other. I understand when he's talking. He understands what I'm saying. And also you got to take a person to the next level. Like you can't be taking somebody down. You have to take them to the like next level. So I feel like all of those are pieces as to why it's a successful thing between us. It's, you know, it's like, and it got to be real. There's a bunch of fake shit going on around. When you say fake,
what do you mean?
Like people pretend to be into a person because they got what they want, or they think they're going to get them where they want to go. And it's like, there has to be a real thing that you're willing to fight for and connect with and build on. And you know what I mean?
I go to heaven about too.
All right, now you ain't saying nothing over there. I'm not. You want to say?
Yet.
I got, you know.
Thank you.
I know my side, because, you know, I think the kids
really great sex,
really great making love. You know, a whole lot of za.
A
whole lot of za.
All right, that's okay.
Before and after, between, after, all through the way.
This a whole lot of za.
Okay,
you know
za really basically means anything you want it to mean.
A whole lot of love.
Right.
But the main thing is communication and understanding, and it's communication, but it's also confidence, self-confidence. Like a lot of guys are not prepared for strong women.
Talk about that.
I understand. A lot of guys are not prepared for a strong woman. And what we have is, she's her boss, I'm my boss. She has her own accountants, I have my own accountants. We live our life as our own bosses, but when we come together, we create, you know, the love, the bliss, the family. But I allow her to be her boss, she allowed me to be my boss, because people feel that because they're in a relationship, they own something. A human can't own another human. Only God could give you those things.
Right.
And so these are things that we go off of. It's like, you know, people come to me, I'm like, you know, I live with her, I sleep with her every night, but she's her own boss. You got to ask her. And she's going to do the same thing. And I feel that
respect.
The respect of letting her wear her crown, and I wear my crown. I think that we get so attached to ownership, especially like when somebody's getting successful, or a guy might not have it or be where he need to be. He gonna start putting pressure on his lady that's going out there fighting and making a good, successful situation for herself. Then he now turns into the enemy. So I see a lot of those situations. So fellas out there, you know, don't be scared of powerful women. Like, that's what you want. You want a 50-50 partner. Cause that's what I have.
And you don't want nobody that don't want nobody else. If don't nobody want her, why you want her?
Yeah.
It just don't make sense.
Listen,
You don't want nobody that want what was that?
If don't nobody else want her, why would you want her?
So you want somebody that everybody else want?
I mean, when
Like,
they look
so
at her
attractive,
physically,
so
absolutely,
attractive.
it's
That's
like
what you're looking for, is the attraction.
No, but then they got to be a great person as well, because there's a lot of
Gilly got a beautiful supporter as well.
right. There's a lot of beautiful, ugly motherfuckers out here.
That's no, there
They're
is.
beautiful on the outside, but they ugly on the inside.
Talk
They
to
ugly
him. There, he
people.
flipped it on. You heard that bar? He just flipped it.
Right, they ugly people. You feel what I'm saying? I would take a beautiful person that's on the inside, and she could be a 7.5 or 8, than a ugly person on the inside, and she a 12 on a scale from 1 to 10. Because me and you we gonna clash all day, and I'm not about negativity. I want to smoke my
1000%.
weed. I
Be
want
left
to chill.
alone.
I want to, smoke
Leave me
my
alone.
weed, get my business done,
Leave me
and fall the
alone.
fuck back, watch the
Exactly.
game. You
Leave
hear
me
me?
alone.
Only fucking day you can't
But I
talk to
feel
me
like-
is on Sundays.
I feel like a person who is ugly on the inside don't become a 12. Like, they just actually are not a 12.
But when you first see them, though, some of them be like,
The illusion.
damn.
The illusion
the
portion.
illusion of
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Right. The
The
illusion portion.
illusion
Now-
of bliss.
The illusion of bliss.
How was that first date? The first time y'all got together, how was it?
She can tell you that.
Tell me how that was.
Oh, our first date. Okay.
Did you know?
No. You know I didn't like him at all.
Oh,
I love this energy.
Speak on it.
She's like,
Speak
I ain't
on it.
like that nigga.
Go ahead. Speak on it.
I just like that you keep saying that word and you sitting next to her because she don't like that word.
I'm sorry, but she knows she doesn't see
you
me.
can be yourself.
Thank you.
Be
Thank
yourself.
you.
Thank you. Let me be me.
Be who you are.
Absolutely.
I'm not in control of you.
And that's
you know
why me and my wife been together for 24 years because she allows me to be who I am.
like how you still
Did you
watch
say 24 years?
Yes, he
I like how you
did.
still watch
Wow. Come on,
That's
can
what
we
I'm
get?
trying to tell you.
Let's
That's
get
not
a
no play around.
That's not.
That's not no play
Shout
around.
out
Let's
to
get-
Tupac at
Come
home. I
on.
love you,
Let's
baby.
do it.
You know what I mean?
So the first date, we definitely. I really didn't want to. You know, I'm focused. I'm busy. Like at the time, I was just really like he's like in a certain space. For me, I'm always in it, but not of it. Like that's how I look at the industry. I'm in it, but not of it. And so at the time, I didn't really understand the dynamics and the variety that he walked with. And so I just was like, I'm a little too busy and we can't connect. And he was finally like, well, don't you eat? Like, don't you ever just have to eat?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, oh, I guess whatever, I could do a lunch or whatever. So we connect for lunch and I get there and I only had like 45 minutes. I didn't have a lot of time. So I get there and who's not there?
You was late?
Who's late?
Late on the first date with A Keys.
Oh, you was on some bullshit, man.
Nigga, what?
Finish the story.
So I'm like, you see, this is exactly what I was not. I knew he was this dude. I knew it. I'm not, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know why I'm sitting here. And so he comes in and he, says he's apologized for being late. I'm already funky. I'm already funky. And so he hands me a bag with some Louis Vuitton millionaires in it.
Okay, that's why he was late.
I ain't like that shit. I was like, you late and you giving me glasses? Like, why?
Right.
So what I did notice was on the bag, there was this beautiful artist. There was like this artist and it ended up being an artist named Erte. So I asked him, who is that artist? And he was like, oh, you don't know Erte? So that was the first moment where I started to understand that he was more than what met the eye. So I was like, oh, no, I don't know Erte. He was like, I'll introduce you to Erte one day. So, over time, I my icy demeanor started to relax a little bit.
Shit. He was
a little bit. He was cool. He was nice. It was cool. We were just eating. It's not a big deal. It's cool. At the end of it, I was like, I gotta go. I gotta leave. We go downstairs, and I'm walking to my car. And there's this big, huge thing on the top of my car. And as I get closer, I realize it's this painting. And it's a painting with the piano keys. And on top of the keys, there's a paintbrush. And it's wrapped in purple, which is my favorite color. And he said, this is the reason why I was late. I was trying to bring you a gift and I couldn't get it on the top of the car so it could be good when you got there. And so he gave me this beautiful, thoughtful gift, this connection of the piano. And he's also an artist. He paints. So this kind of connection between the art that we both love. And at that point, I was like, all right, I guess he's cooler than all right, I guess he's all right. Much better than the glasses. I loved the painting. And later, he actually did introduce me to Erte, but that's another story for another time. We can't, we're going to take it slow with y'all.
That boy did it. He did his research.
You a bad motherfucker. You a BMF, man.
Yeah, I mean.
You BMF.
Yeah,
you a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you, bam, Roman Daily Multivitamins. You need to start powering through your day with Roman multivitamins by ordering today. What you need to do, go to getroman.com/daily-multivitamin, and for your first order, you're getting $15 off. But what you need to do is, bam, go right here. Stop playing. Roman's Multi-Daily Vitamin. Guys, gotta tighten up. I'm talking about, we want to start prioritizing your health, so we're recommending you start your day with new Roman Daily Multivitamin. This is a really easy way to support physical activity, brain health, your immune system, and heart health. No prescription needed. Bam! Roman Daily Multivitamin. What are you waiting for, huh? Why are you playing games, fellas? We got to get on top of our games. I'm talking each tablet has vitamin A, B12, C, D, and I'm talking about they got calcium, zinc, 17 more vital nutrients that support your health. Bam! What are you waiting for? What you need to do right now, I'm talking about right now. And before you even order this, I need you to know this statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. But once again, bam! What you need to do? You need to go to getroman.com/daily-multivitamins. You're getting $15 off your first order. Bam!
What is $1 million worth of game that he gave you and that you gave her? What $1 million like just whether it's life, whether it's business, what was it? Like $1 million worth of game that you could say to this day he gave you and it changed things for you, and she gave you and it changed things for you.
I guess I'll go first. First of all, this guy is $1 billion worth of game. I never met a person like him ever.
I think I might be a T though.
I think I think
I might be a T at this point.
I know you're $1 trillion.
I'm a T at this point.
All right, let's go.
I'm a
$1 trillion worth of game.
Minimum.
Talk heavy.
But you are also. But go ahead.
Which we all are, actually.
Yes,
that's a fact.
But I say whatever number you want to put before it, it's infinite. And the reason why I feel like that is because the way that he thinks, I think the $1 trillion worth of game he gave me is that there is no limit to what you think can happen. What I say about him a lot is he walks with this expectation that everything that he has thought, the ideas that he loves, are going to happen. There's not one bone in his body that think it's not going to happen. There's not one doubt. There's not one part where he's like, well, maybe it's a little too ambitious. He has no idea about anything not happening to the highest, most outrageous possible outcome. And I never was like that. I always kind of, I think it happens to a lot of us, but I always grew up, it was just me and my mother that raised me. She always struggled a lot. She had to work so many hours just to make it happen for us. Anytime I started to get anything, I felt like if I didn't save it, I would lose it. I definitely was operating from a place of like lack, because that's what I was used to trying to prepare for. And so meeting him and seeing how he operates from a place of like expecting the best thing to happen, I never thought like that before. So now I actually look at things in a way where I'm like, I can expect the best version of that to happen and actually walk like that. That's what he does, and that's why he's the most ultimate manifester, which is why he can bring anything to life and bring anything to fruition, because that's how he works. That's how he walks. So that's the $1 million, trillion, billion, nano-billion dollar game that he gave to me.
Her? What did she give you?
Mine's is very simple. She, the one thing that I can say that I can pinpoint out of many is teaching me to accept my greatness, right? Like, and it's just like, just somebody say you the best. Somebody say your show is amazing. Somebody say that you the this, you the that. We run away from all of these things that we work so hard for.
Like the gratitude.
Yeah, like we'll run away from it. I'll be like, man, I'm just trying. I'm just working. No, just say thank you and keep it pushing. Don't run from your greatness. And she taught me that. And she also taught me the importance of being very philanthropic. I remember when we went to...
Wait, what you say?
Philanthropic. I mean giving.
He got on some T.I. shit right there. He threw me up. I smoked that good shit.
What you say?
Philanthropic.
That's somebody. That's some nigga, some old head told him in jail.
Philanthropist. She's another level of a philanthropist. And I remember us going to Africa and I'm seeing her pictures all over the hospitals, and we together at this time. And I'm like, why is there pictures all over the hospitals? She's like, oh, these are the hospitals these are my hospitals. This is what I'm doing here.
That's great. That's some great shit, man.
If it was me, I'd have been like, we going to Africa to see my hospitals.
Right, but that's true.
I want you to come and see my hospitals.
That's true. That's
we
true.
there for days and I don't know it's her hospitals.
Right.
I thought that was ill, but she taught me the importance of giving back, and she taught me the importance of accepting the compliments that we work so hard for, that we run away from. We gonna run away from somebody giving you the highest compliment because it makes us feel uncomfortable. But we got to be uncomfortable for the work we put in, and it's not a lie. And the simple word of thank you, I've just been doing that lately.
Right.
I love that.
I'm like, thank you, I appreciate you. Rather than
that is a secret, though. I love that.
And that's $1 trillion worth of game, man.
It is right there.
And I want to say something that Alicia was speaking on, I want to elaborate on it. She said that basically with Swizz, the thought of even failing is not an option.
It's not even in his head.
Right. You know
It
what I'm saying?
doesn't exist.
But I like to think that a lot of times with life, everything is goes off of energy. So if you always putting that positive energy out there and you believe and you put the work in, because it's about putting the work in. If you put the work in and you got positive energy behind the work,
It's a wrap.
I feel like it's a wrap. I feel like long as it's something that's, worth, like, is achievable in doing, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't never played basketball and you like, oh, I'm about to play in the NBA, and then you think that shit's gonna be a little harder than what you think. You know what As long as it's something, a great idea, it got to start with a great idea, number one.
Right, definitely.
It has to be a great idea.
Yes,
A great idea.
Right.
Like undeniable.
Right. And then it has to follow up with the work being put in and the great energy. If you doubt yourself, then a lot of times when it's time to get up out the bed to go put that work in, I don't know. Then the shit never gets done. So I just wanted to elaborate.
And you got to be the change you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we depend on everybody else to change the world but us. We waiting for everybody to do everything for us but us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You just want to run around talking about they got me fucked up, they got me like this. But what do you have yourself? You understand? You have to have yourself on a level that you want to be on. And so, like, that's like a lot of things, especially in the streets. Like, everybody is not just going to fall from the sky.
It's not. You got to put that fucking work in.
You got to put the work in.
That's major.
And Wallow was proving it over and over. He did 20 years in jail. He went to jail at 17. He came home at 37. That was 5 years ago. And he got multiple houses. He got 3 Benzes. A dirty ass cop car for whatever reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
Rusty ass minivan. I'm dying for him to get that motherfucker up too.
Swizz seen me pull up to the crib that
nasty
time.
ass Prius that he always want to tell you.
Oh, no, the Prius. Ho.
Is that your first car?
51 miles per gallon. It wasn't I had this green minivan.
Minivan.
That's
was
when I
your
was
first
minivan
car.
Dan. My man, shout out to mine. He bought it for me when I got my license like a day before my birthday. I'm telling you, I was only home like 6 months. He took me. He was like, "What you want?" I want that van.
Look how
right
happy
there.
he is talking about this van. Look.
Yeah, that van was everything.
Do you have a picture of this van? Can we show this?
Yeah, it's somewhere. But I'm gonna get the van.
Put it in the story.
Listen, this joint was all that, but I wound up giving it away. I traded that in at $500. Shout out to my man G, and he gave me a Prius, and it changed my life. Prius was legendary. 51 miles per gallon. Cost $27 to fill the tank up. You can ride from Philly to New York and back on a half a tank. It was
on a half a tank.
On a half a tank. The Prius was everything.
Not with today's prices.
That's a thing.
The Prius was everything.
That's
the Prius
thing.
would have took 60 today.
Yeah, but the Prius was legendary.
What's your first car?
A Delta 88 with the nastiest fucking rag top in the city. I'm talking about peeling. You remember that joint, the burgundy
it worked
joint?
though. We did what we needed to do.
We did what we needed to do.
What was your first car?
My first car, Nissan Z300 twin turbo. I still got it. 6,000.
Who has their? I guess y'all both.
You still got your first car?
You still have your first car?
No, I got rid of the minivan for
did
the
you
Prius.
do? Okay, but you got the
I paid
Prius.
6,000 for it and put 50,000 in it with TVs and.
Oh, you got your first car after you were Swizz Beatz, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say.
Right.
He said some shit I never heard of, a ZT4500
The
double deluxe.
the Nissan Z300 is epic. That's the Nissan Z300, then the NSX.
I heard of the NSX.
Then the NSX, and then after that, it just was Cadillac. I was out of here. It was gone past that part.
I remember
my
he sold
first car.
The
What was your first
S500.
car?
My first car was the Mazda 626.
Damn.
Oh, yeah,
that was
I
a
remember
Mazda
the Mazda
626.
626.
Down Jones.
Yeah,
That was
little round joint. And they had like a 929 or
They
something.
had a
929.
929. That was my second car, the
she was
929.
Hey, she went up and upgraded.
Let's
dog.
go.
Give me the big shit.
She was killing them. Now, on Beans Don't Be on $1 Million worth of game. What did you mess one of your first millions up on? You know how sometimes when we get money, it's a celebration of coming out the struggle. So we wild out. The first million, as you could say, you messed. What did you mess it up on?
I don't think I messed my first million up on. I think I messed my first $1 million up on. I don't really say I messed it up on, Because like we gotta have fun.
You gotta have fun.
Like that's a part of like.
Well, what did
But
you
when
have
he
fun
say
with?
messed it up, when he
like
means
you
spend
wild
it,
out.
you know,
wild
what
out.
you spend it on.
Before you know about taxes and all that, you wild out.
Well, we know it was a couple paintings.
Nah, that was before paintings.
You boy, I mean, it was before the paintings.
Paintings.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say it because I used to give all my people's paper all day. You know what I'm saying? I made sure everybody was straight. We had fun. So for me, it was fun. I don't think it was messed up.
Okay.
I think I messed up. I wouldn't say messed up, but like having integrity for what you taking the money for, I turned down a lot of that. Right? So like
That's good.
those are M's that I didn't receive because of my integrity. Like, you know, y'all not just gonna say anything and get away with it because it got a bag associated to it. So I had to take a lot of hard no's. The blessing is in life is to be able to say no. Like I work hard to say no. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you want to be. You want to work hard to be able to say no, because what you say yes to, you're gonna wake up to and feel good about it. But imagine not being able to say no.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up
Yeah.
vibe right there. But waking up being able to confidently be like, nah, I like it, but I don't love it, so we good.
Yep.
Nah, I'm cool. She turned down. I never seen this one. Her no game.
It's
I think she
legendary.
came back around. She might have turned down a T.
She need a song, huh? No, 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 no.
Nah, she'll do music, but this is like other things. Like she's just. I compliment you for opening up now.
Yeah.
To those bags that.
She said,
Just
you
more-
saying no too much.
Right.
No, because it used to hurt my heart. I'm like,
You sure? That's a no.
you said
wait, you turned
$9
down
million for 9 minutes.
And she like, no.
No, but it was ill because it was integrity involved with it. You remember when they came with the blank check and you and they wanted you to sing on somebody's boat, and she could have filled out the check and she was like, no, I'm here with my husband. Go through the proper channels and we talk about that later. He's like, nah, we need it now. She's like, nah, don't talk. She basically like, I never seen no shit like that.
Yeah, because I would have been, you here with your husband for
I would-
9 minutes. Get on the boat. No, 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 no.
No, I would have been like, pass me the check.
I'll
Yeah.
do it.
You want to? Oh, she could write any number. Let me write the goddamn numbers. But it was the integrity part. Like she not for sale.
Absolutely.
You understand? That was that, and this was early too. I was like, okay, I respect that. You know what I mean? They could have been 100 million. The fact that we here on our personal time, no money or a situation can get in between that, and that was honorable.
Right. It was honorable that you didn't, because I would have said, blank check.
No, I
9
pulled it
minutes
to the
on-
side.
Give me that pen.
No, I pulled it to the side, and this is what she told me. No.
What'd
I
she
said-
tell you?
No, I pulled this. I said, you sure you want this? Is quick.
Yeah.
She's like, nah. She's like, a motherfucker can't pay me to leave from what I got going on with you to perform for them. I was like, God damn, you right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit. Like, that means that she could be bought. We ain't doing none of that.
No, but my baby said no. I said yes. No, come on, baby. We going together on the boat. We gonna have a great time. 9 minutes.
Let's do it. I
I'm
think
talking
the
about 9
I think
M's
the
for
thing
9
that
minutes.
Nah, that was for 9 minutes.
I never seen it before.
That's crazy.
Babe, by the time you do this, we could jump off the boat and swim back.
Nah, we don't got to get off the boat. We can kick people off the boat.
Yeah.
But she not with, one thing I can tell you, she not motivated by that cake. She motivated by principles.
That's what's up, though.
and real shit.
Purpose,
That's one thing I could say. I've never seen her compromise that to this day. Ever. 13 zones together.
Right. Because I talk shit, but Wallow will tell you,
right.
I turn down a shitload of money if it ain't got, that shit don't fit.
Nah,
what
we
got
can. That's
going on.
Right,
all we
right,
have is our
exactly,
integrity.
exactly.
Yeah. Because we be getting some, us being cultural carriers and us having a major that cultural trust, man. I be showing a lot of times by the time he see the shit, I'm talking to the lawyers or the email, I'd be like, man, look at this crazy shit. He'd be like, no, fuck no. I said, I already told the lawyer, fuck no.
Right.
But they come. When you get to a certain joint, it be some shit that come, you be like, this can't be real. Something ain't right about this shit.
And it probably
I'm like,
isn't.
oh, this-
And it probably isn't.
This you got to go through a different door.
Me and Tim went through all that.
You got to go through a
Trust
different
me.
door for this shit. I'm like, I mean, that's a different door. You know what I mean? So it'd be crazy, But like, you got to be on point. But what's something you could say that, when you came that first million that you said you turned up with?
Well, you see, I told you already that I was operating from a place of lack because the way I was raised and being that my mother raised me.
White side.
I don't know. sometimes the white side be going more, but who knows? He always say the white side. But
we explained it on the way. We're gonna do a show about that.
Black side was like, girl, go get that Bentley. Yes. White side was like, put you in that, Alicia.
Yeah.
Nah, but it was more because I felt like I was going. I felt like it was going to have a time limit on it, and so I didn't want to turn around and not have anything. So I was actually just like, I felt I was so conservative because I felt like, what if this is it? Like, how am I? Like, how are we supposed to know that this is going to keep going? Mm-hmm. Thank God, because here I am 20 years later and I keep going. And it's a blessing because I'm not an idiot, you know what I mean? So I'm grateful that I wasn't an idiot. But I didn't, I feel like my first million was really wasted on lawyers, business managers, taxes. People who were kind of, just it was, I was a newbie. I didn't understand the game as much. And, people, maybe overcharged or overdid it. And that
See, that's the difference between the white side and the black side. Her white side saying this is it, we're gonna save for a rainy day. My black side is like, this is it, fuck it, let's do it all today.
Right, we're gonna do it right now.
Let's turn up right now.
Let's go crazy tonight. If this is it, let's go.
But that is another thing. That's another, you asked me for the $1 million worth of game that he taught me. I will say that he definitely taught me how to follow the spirit, like in the sense of, go for it, try it, have a good time, live. Don't just be so worried about everything or so calculated that you're not able to just go with the flow and let it happen for you. And I think that changed a lot for me because it opened me up in a lot of ways. I mean, I probably didn't get my first fresh car until we was together. Other than that, I was the 626, 929.
Fresh cars.
She's still in the 929. She gonna own the dealership. I'm just cool.
She said 929 is ready to be game time.
I'm SS. I'm singing and saving.
Yes, listen, 20 joints.
But that's the yin and yang. She give me the balance. I don't have no concept of it. I'm just like, go today and figure it out tomorrow.
And that's how I am. I'm like, see, to me, my wife, one thing, like she loves but she hates it as well, was that nothing is that deep to me.
Oh yeah, that might drive her crazy.
Like, all right, like they said what? All right, fuck them. It doesn't matter. But it does matter. It don't. Why would it matter? Like, what are you talking about? Like, so for her, it's like, you don't care about shit. Like, no, I'm not spending my time
shit that don't
or
matter.
energy caring about shit that doesn't affect me at all, doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't affect our bank account. It doesn't. It's just some emotional shit. I don't really operate with emotions like that. So unless it's coming with you, baby. If it's you,
that's a good cleanup.
I'm emotional, but
you ain't clean that shit up. It'd have been something else
for 20-something years.
Crazy. Yeah. The same.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you something. When you're being together that long, it's a lot of fucking arguments too. It's a lot of arguments when you've been together.
What year you think you started the arguments?
The second year.
Oh, the NASHVILLE.
The first year, the first year ain't good, y'all. You
can
come home.
Where y'all start?
We ain't start yet.
Damn.
What?
Our kids don't even know what it means.
Right, because she stopped him right. Hey. She called him by his real name, Albert. Don't you start that shit.
Don't start that shit.
Albert. Kasim.
Hey, Kasim.
Al Rahim Dashiki, don't.
No, we just agreed that we got to communicate. Like,
no, we just don't actually have to argue. Like, if if I'm uncomfortable about something, then I'm gonna tell him I'm uncomfortable. Like, that made me feel uncomfortable. Like, da. If he's uncomfortable about something, he's gonna tell me. You damn sure better believe he's gonna tell me. Trust me, he's gonna tell me that he's uncomfortable, and he should. And I should, because that's how you are able to communicate and talk through it. So we don't have to be yelling and beefing and screaming, because he actually shares with me how he feels, and I actually tell him. And that's what I meant about the emotional.
Because people want to hold things in for 5 months, and then when you decide to talk about it, ain't a conversation. It's a fight.
Scream, yes.
Yeah. The key thing is getting to it ASAP. Rockington.
I hope too. I hope you're watching too, which I know you are.
You gotta get to it ASAP.
No, but that's kind of your fault, because if I may just kind of, I feel like because maybe because you allow things to roll off your back, which is actually a very highly evolved spiritual way to handle things. you're maybe
so
not.
I'm highly evolved.
Potentially. I don't know you that well yet, but it's possible. It's possible that you are. But for her, she's looking for a little more energy. She's looking for a little more communication, and maybe if it has nothing to do with her, it just has to do with like how you feel about a thing. And for you to maybe not express how you feel makes her feel like, what do you mean? You know, of course you care. Like, of course that bothered you. So she's probably needing you to just show a little bit more, even though you do technically feel like, oh, this doesn't bother me. Why should I sweat it? You somewhere in there, you do feel something. So to share a little bit more about what you feel.
See, I think it's because I smoke weed all day. So as soon as something happens, it's like.
Okay, so you covering it up.
Yep, he's masking.
I'm putting masking on that shit. Yep.
You're masking your
feelings.
Yep. Got it.
And your emotions.
Not you though.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be self my emotions or fight the feelings. Right, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, he just cried for no reason.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't doing none of that
shit.
Which,
if you smoked weed, the question is, what type of weed smoker would you be? Do you feel like you'd be the tired weed smoker, the paranoid weed smoker,
the sensitive kind of emo weed smoker? I love you, cuz.
No,
I don't think anybody's too violent with weed.
No, I'll be like I'll be the type of boy that smoke like a joint and just hit like, because I'm gonna roll my shit up on a record like a Marvin Gaye record. I'm gonna roll my shit up. I'm gonna get some easy water.
Okay. How you know all that if you don't?
Because my uncle used to, you know what I mean? I know what time it is. So all the blunt thing, that wouldn't be my thing. And I would smoke you got sativa and what's the other kind called?
Indica.
Which one is the one that you just be?
Indica.
Because I'm already amped up already.
Sativa is the high one. The upper. Indica is the down one.
Okay.
See, I know him. He'll be a sensitive smoker.
I know
one of them motherfuckers smoke weed and didn't tell you the truth. Because we did it. I thought I was
Let me ask you a question.
I thought I was going to be fucked up when we came home from jail.
Can we go pee real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all gotta use the bathroom.
Y'all
both got pee.
Yeah.
Pee break.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Owens Mixer. What you need to do, you need to visit owensmixer.com for more cocktails and where to buy nationwide, including clubs, restaurants, and arenas. Just add Owens Mixers to kick your pregame and night with a better tasting cocktail. Adding Owens Mixers is an easier way to make high quality bar style cocktails and will get you back to the party. Vodka, tequila, or gin over ice, and just add Owens. Owens Mixer pair perfectly. I'm talking about perfectly to create the best American Mule, vodka cranberry, margarita, transfusion, and more. So what are you waiting for? While we sitting right here, what you need to do right now, I'm talking about like right now, you need to go to owensmixer.com, owensmixers.com for more cocktails and where to buy nationwide, including clubs, restaurants, and arenas. We're talking about everywhere. Just add Owens. I'm talking about add that Owens Mixer. Kick off the pregame in your night. What are you waiting for? Owens Mixer.
You know, I love that you told the truth.
A lot of people
because so many people don't tell the truth. They scared of the truth. And the truth is like, okay, I didn't like you then, but nigga, I'm in love with you now. Like everything don't always start off great, nigga, right. But it ain't about the start, it's about the finish. You know what I mean? We crossed the finish line, nigga, we still running. See, a lot of people, you like them in the beginning, but you don't never hit the finish line, so you don't get a bronze or silver or fucking gold.
Yeah.
You just lost all the way out. No, I'd rather not like you in the beginning, like you a little bit more in the middle, and love you in the end, and we die together. Old as shit.
Let's go.
I might pass
like
at
that.
87, and you passing at 88 because you couldn't live without me.
Oh, that's good.
I'll be in heaven for those 6 months. You come right through behind me.
Yes.
You know I couldn't live without you.
Oh my God.
That's the type of love I want. You know,
Gilly been like this since I know him 20-something
That's
years.
the type of love I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't grow up with my father. My father came back in my life when I was 15, 16 years old. You feel what I'm saying? So I always knew.
Shout out to Unc.
Shout out to my pop because we got the greatest relationship in the world right now.
Same with my dad. Same situation.
Actually, same with me too.
But I knew that I was always going to be a part of my kid's life.
Factory.
That's the one thing I always knew. I'm always going to be a part of my kids' life. They're always going to have some type of backbone, some type of support that they're going to get from me. You know what I mean? They might not always like it because I got to tell you when you're wrong. I got to tell you when you're right. I congratulate you when you do good shit, and I correct you when you do the wrong shit. But when I'm gone, you're going to say, no, I had a real father.
Talk to them.
I had a real father. You gonna know you ain't never had to look up to no other body ever in your life because you always had a father to look up to. Like, no, my dad really the shit. Like,
talk that
That's
shit.
amazing. That's
talk,
amazing.
Talk
those facts.
I love that.
I feel,
I love that.
You know what I mean?
But
what's the hardest thing about being parents?
She the best. She might have invented the word parents the way she move as a parent. I'd be like,
speak on it.
The hardest thing about being a parent, there's so many things, right? I think the hardest thing is probably like helping them to find who they are without being overbearing and also giving them the opportunity to tell you who they are too. You know what I mean? Because I think there's a piece of it that of course we want them to do certain things and be good, and of course we want them to be safe and protected and all those things, but in a lot of ways we have to let them show us who they are too. We can't just like dictate who we want them to be. And I think that's probably the hardest one, because we've been raised with so much baggage and people, you know, told us how to behave and who to be and all these type of things and the ways that they were taught. So breaking that kind of learned behavior, I think, is sometimes really hard. Of course, it's hard not to like trying to find a way to get through to them is sometimes hard, because sometimes you want to just like, I'm gonna kill them, I'm gonna kill them, I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna kill them, and you get so upset. But trying to actually
I know
look,
he's
how to
crazy.
actually like get through to them for them it takes the psychology of like understanding how do they function, and how they function might be different from the other one. Like our youngest, Genesis, is completely different.
he's the boss.
From any of the other kids.
Genesis is the boss.
But particularly like Egypt, they're so different. And so like what I would do with Egypt is just, I can't do that with Genesis. That's just not how he's going to react. He's not going to react. He's not going to receive it. You know what I mean?
Be receptive to that.
So that to me is like one of the hardest things about being a parent, and maybe the balance, you know, between like time that you're dedicating to your dreams and your aspirations, and also time that you have to dedicate to them because they only got you, you know?
Right.
So the balancing act and making sure it's balance is tricky.
I got to give you your props for balancing, because she balanced our whole ecosystem. Timing, on games, waking up, physically taking kids to school, showing up to parent teachers meetings, Zoom calls. And this is not just for the kids we have. It's for all of the kids we have. My kids with her, my kids without her, they all get treated the same way. And that's actually what made me really, really fall in love with her, was the way that she treat my kids like they all came out her body. You know, and they can tell you that themselves. You know, and knowing that they have a bonus mom, you know, that is great. And, you know, balancing blended family is something that is not an easy task. But, you know, her showing her love and passion and making that seem easy, and it's not, because it's a lot of work on all parties to come together and agree just for the child. And one thing that I respect is that she always put our kids first, before drama, before negativity, before anything. It's like, yeah, I hear all that, but we got these kids that they ain't asked to be here, and they need the best. No matter, we could deal with our grown shit later.
Right.
And so like I commend her for that. Like she definitely set that tone.
Right.
That's
How about
amazing.
you? What's the hardest thing for you? And you a parent as well?
No, I ain't a parent yet.
What's the hardest thing for you?
He's shooting blanks. But it's all good. You know, some niggas got cap guns, man. It is what it is. You know,
I'm happy
dust
for
come
you,
out.
actually.
I'm
I
happy
think that's
for
a
you.
Why you
good
happy
thing.
for me that I ain't got no kids? You talking about I got a kid. You talking about I'm happy for you.
I am happy for you, because I think that, you know, when the time is right, the time is going to be right. And if it hasn't been...
No, hold up. Let her say what she said, man.
Let me talk to my guy
I'm 42.
over
Chill.
here. And if it hasn't been the right time, I think it's actually been a blessing that you haven't had to experience it in the wrong time. And so I feel like when it's time, it's time. And some people don't have kids, and that's not a problem. That's not like something wrong with you, even though obviously he's talked different. But nothing's wrong with you if you
I like
don't
how
have
she's
kids.
patching it up. That's
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, you feel some type of way about not having kids, kind of?
No, my brother got killed, and it's like I take care of his kids.
Well, then of course you have kids.
Yeah,
you have kids. Yeah.
I mean,
okay, so back to what you said. Do you have kids?
I got a stepdaughter from my past relationship. She's so
you got a lot of kids.
Yeah, and I got a lot of kids just in the neighborhood. Streets.
Yeah, people you look after. So what's the hardest thing about being a parent? Sometimes you got to try to convince kids that what may look cool don't be cool, and that shit is dangerous sometimes. Because cool could be dangerous and shit. Growing up in the inner cities, cool, we know growing up, and now cool is so much more dangerous. Whether it's trying a new drug, whether it's being somewhere you don't need to be at, whether it's social media, participating in social media's acts. So it's like it's a lot, man. And I seen him lose his fucking head a lot of times. Whereas though, even with raising children, it's like a community. It's like got to be a family. Because it might be some shit that he might say to his son, they ain't get it, but I had to say to him, and then they
get it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a lot, man. I seen this dude head go off a couple times. He was just going crazy. I'm like, hold up, cuz. No, man. So it'd be a lot, man. Because it's so many.
Well, my kids grown.
They grown, yeah, but they.
My youngest is 19.
But it's still hard to be a parent, even the grown kids.
My issues be really the hardest thing was the changing in the growth. Because they first come out and they're infant and
and they need you so much.
Then they 6, 7, then they 10, then they hit the puberty stage.
And they funky. It's funky with attitude.
They hit that 15, 16, 17.
You can't tell them nothing.
And then it's just you walk up on him, you're like, what's up, man? What you doing? Yeah, Dad. Now you walk up on him, you're like, what you like, Dad? What you doing?
Why are you pushing me like that?
You're like,
nigga, I'm giving you a hug. What you mean what I'm doing? Like, yeah, but all right, Dad. Like, oh, you done got some pussy, huh? That's what this means. Huh? Like, bro, I don't know how old your kids is, but it become a point where it's like, all right, when they got some pussy, you're like, you got some pussy.
Fair.
Look at this nigga.
You
at least sucked the titty. You did something, because look how you acting. You totally, so.
Stupid.
And then they go from that point to the grown man, and then it's like, now you grown, so I can't really tell you what to do. So if you want to indulge in some dumb shit, I'm trying to tell you not to indulge in the dumb shit, but you just chasing the dumb shit. So it just be like
they said you go from manager to consultant. So now you the consultant.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DC Shoes. Listen, I got mine. You better get yours. Listen, man. In skateboarding, iconic skaters build careers at iconic spots. And one of them spots is Philadelphia Love Parks. That's where Josh Listen Callis, that's where he did his thing at in the 1990s. He was doing his thing. Recently, Philadelphia skaters, including a Sabotage production crew, picked up where Callis left off. They reconstructed his style, searching for the old FC online and dropped clips filmed at Love Park before it was redesigned in 2016. Jameer Brown, Philly, Jameer was Philly, a Philly skateboarder, Jameer Brown, a native, is keeping Philly and DC legacy alive as well. The Link Zero, listen, man. The Link Zero is a new thing. I got mine, you better get yours. A slimmed down version of the beloved Link OG. A shoe has quickly became a go-to staple in Philadelphia skateboard scene, and Philly skater Jameer Brown will be launching his own colorway in May. What are you waiting for? Listen, he's from Philly. Go support that right now. Shop Jameer Brown capsule now at dcshoes.com. DC Shoes.
It'd be crazy because it's like this right here. This like the parents for a lot of kids out here. This the new parents because a lot of kids is like, huh? I mean, a lot of parents is like, oh, you got the new iPhone, you got all the apps on you, you know how to order your food.
Good.
So you over there in this side of the house in the room, you don't even got to come out. You ordering your food, you got everything you need.
No,
you ain't sitting at the table.
You
ain't get a home cooked meal in a long time. But all them people that's teaching you on this phone, all these influencers that coming through these phones,
Good
you're
night.
gonna be programming your kid. You're done. You ain't gonna, by the time you catch on to start talking to your kid being influenced by Taisha, the twerk queen, the bad bitch over here, this whatever's he got going on, main man over here that's giving game to your daughter that's beneficial to him and not beneficial to your daughter, but you ain't on it because you don't talk to her. You don't even know the gym teacher. You know the gym teacher? You know a science teacher name? What's her name? When the last time you been up to school? Like just volunteering and some shit. So it's so much of a disconnect. It's like, it's a lot for these kids today. So by the time you decide to talk to them, if you don't talk to them, they like, nigga, I don't even know you.
Yeah, and you don't know me.
You don't know me. I'm chilling. Get out of here.
But by the time the kids come out now, by the time they got that big tablet in their hand, they swiping up. They know how to get on the tablet and everything. They know how to go right to what they want to watch. They be like, Candy.
Yep, they already know.
They can't even barely can talk, but they know how to get to what they want to watch.
Yeah,
on the
I don't know how they
tablet,
do that shit.
You know what I mean?
Hold up. Do you do stand up or some shit?
No,
Cause you're funny as hell.
No, we do live shows though, but I wouldn't call it stand up.
Like you need to.
No, we gonna have a Netflix special. We gonna have a Netflix special.
What is gonna be called?
Already.
Stupid and stupid.
No, CMF. Crazy motherfuckers.
Oh, all right.
It's gonna be crazy. We gonna be on there. We gonna shut that shit down.
That was kind of corny, but I ain't.
No, that wasn't. That was cool. CMF.
It was a little corny.
You just called him a bad motherfucker, and you gonna follow it up with CMF.
BMF. He is a BMF though. I mean,
definitely BMF.
I mean, damn, she even said BMF.
And I'm just gonna say, he was out of pocket, right? He asked y'all this question. She say, well, the first thing you got to put it down in the bedroom. Yeah, I mean, then she break anything else down. Then you gonna say, what you got to say? Nigga, I ain't got nothing to say nothing. Fuck is you talking about? I put it down where I need to put it down at. What the fuck we need to talk about? When I'm blazing, when I'm laying it down and spraying it down. What we need to talk about, nigga? I'm right. Putting the real work in over here. That was the first fucking, what's the key to staying together?
Decorating the,
he gotta hit
decorating
the interior. He gotta hit the back of that oven.
You got to. If you're not decorating the interior, that shit like you know back of that oven. Wiping the walls down in that shit, it ain't gonna be right.
You a mess.
You know what I mean? Then he gonna follow up, ask you a question. You should have said, "What the fuck I got to talk about?" Nigga, then she just answered.
She just said, "I put it down."
He embellished. That's what we good together. He embellished.
But he did come with a good little cleanup. You know,
he listen, man, hell of a cleanup, man.
You're independent now.
I mean,
you're independent now.
Independent,
yes, sir.
And you got a big tour going on.
Yes,
Alicia
sir.
the World tour going on. You got City of Guys 2 out. You doing just you just snapping. You just like fuck it. I'm snapping out. Like what empower to snap all this is like fuck it. I'm going in right now.
I just feel better than ever. I know I'm better than ever. I'm smarter than ever. I'm fresher than ever. I feel more confident. I feel more calm. I feel just like on my me. In my zone, and there's just no limits. Like nobody can't tell me that I have to stay in a certain box. There's no boxes for me. There's no ceilings for any of us. Definitely not for me. I'm not accepting them. So I just feel like I haven't even scratched the surface to my greatness. I really don't. I feel like there's so much more for me to do.
And you are already a fucking living legend.
A legend.
You LL without the cool J.
Yeah.
You hear me? And you ain't scratched the surface.
Now what I'm gonna do is gonna be.
But you so talented, different level talented.
Thank you.
I'm talking about different levels. Play, sing, this. It's levels to this shit.
There's levels to this shit. No, there is.
And I'm not taking away from nobody else and what they do or none of that, because there's a lot of great artists out here.
And you want them to come on your show.
Absolutely.
I know.
Because we support them.
Yes, for sure.
We
That's the real. That's the real.
But when is you and Swizz going to do an album together?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would be, we have a real musical connection, actually, for real. Like, anytime I'm doing anything, I'm passing it to him. I'm saying, I'm working on this, I'm thinking about this, and he's giving me feedback. When he's working on stuff, he's like, oh, this is what I'm feeling. So we're already kind of like collaborating for sure. And so in that way, I guess we've done things already together. But if you mean like a record where like he's rhyming and I'm singing type of vibe,
no.
Or like we both produce it.
He's producing.
No, he don't have to produce my shit because I produce my shit.
Damn.
But he definitely.
Wait, what's your real name again?
AK-47.
AK-47.
Get your beat machine, nigga. Come on. Come on.
But we definitely do collaborate for sure. And to be honest, if I was to be like, you know what, let me pass you all the keys and you tell me like what you would want to hear, I do think that would be very exciting, actually. If I was just like, you know what, I'm good. You hold the keys. Tell me what you would want to hear me do. I would be interested in like how that would come out.
I'm not gonna lie, like she's been generous all these years, letting people participate on her albums. Her music library of sounds and equipment and everything, like she's really a musical person. Like she's really a producer. Like she make beats on the MPC, this, that, and third. Like she.
So you really be in there like,
yeah, like
Alicia, you fool here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You really be in there like that, huh?
Yeah, I promise you.
That's what's up.
I ain't
Since the
gonna hold
beginning,
you.
by the way, not just
She been like
recently.
that. Like she
Since the
she the
beginning,
female
huh?
Quincy.
So, what percentage of the records do you produce on yourself?
All of them. I produce all my
So
records.
you produce all of the records?
Yeah, and I have co-creators with me or co-collaborators or co-producers with me, but I'm definitely producing all my records for sure. Period.
That's the
Period.
And
just for the record, young
Been
people out
doing that,
there.
by the way.
Yeah,
Just for
period.
the record out there, that's the bag.
and you like we value your opinion. So me and him was talking in the car now. What advice would you have for his daughter, Nyla, my little cousin? She's a star. She's we was playing some stuff with
She
Swizz.
got design.
What advice do you have for her? Should I play something for you?
Yeah, let me hear.
I'm gonna play something for you, and then I'm gonna see.
You gonna play straight?
Let me play what I'm gonna play, man.
Right,
That's
right.
my artist, nigga. That's
you
your
know.
daughter. It's my artist.
Go ahead.
Is it your artist?
Yeah, it's basically my artist.
Well, it's
It's my artist. I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ.
I'm a manager too.
okay, hold up.
Stepped out into the road. Dark is the side of the fork I chose. You say that you're in love, but I won't. Tequila always gets me adventurous. I've had more than enough. He's so pretty, one look. I'm stuck. I'm so sorry. You can hate me if you want. I'm so sorry. I dragged you through the mud. I'm afraid I hurt the closest ones to me. Bridges burn, the flames all come from me. I'm so sorry, but the streets keep calling me. The streets keep calling me. The streets keep calling me. The streets keep calling me.
all right. I got that. I got the whole. I got the whole
down
download.
for
I
us.
got the whole download.
So
So the question is, what's my advice to her?
what do you think about it? And what's your,
I loved it. I loved it immediately, instantly, right away. Her tone is super beautiful. It's really rich. It's warm. I felt like I was hearing her song. Like, I'm assuming she's writing this music because it feels like it's her, which is the best thing to be. To be your own writer, to be your own creator is the most important thing, because nobody can tell you what to do or, try to not, nobody gives it to you. You give it to yourself. So I think that's
That's a sound.
yeah. I mean,
What's that other one? The slower one that I said put that change up to it. Yeah, the statue.
and she has it feels like she's in a pocket where it's very singable, but it doesn't feel like she's trying to make a commercial record.
Right.
Remember that.
And it feels unique. Don't feel like what you expected to be.
Pristine silhouette, laying in bed, thinking I love you till I'm dead, but I can't say. Know you got worries, you've been hurt, didn't deserve it, but I'm nowhere near the same. When the feeling's this intense, I can't be friends. I told you this could be the end, and girl, I meant it. Told you I commit, not on the fence at all. Understand your fears, but babe, Turn me to stone and make a statue. Put me at home and come back to me. Turn me to stone so I can have you. And have you, always have you next to me. We'll grow like gardens in the Garden State. If ever I harden, you've hardened me. I'll be a statue. And have you, and have you. I'll be a statue. 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 I'll stay right here. If that's okay, my dear.
What you meant about the change up? Is she playing anything?
I'll be a statue.
He heard it. He said it should change up.
Make a beat flip.
Like in a way that you don't expect it.
Yeah.
The beat could drop.
Like start there and then hit him with that.
She's a great tone.
Her range is
voice
fire.
She really has a sense about songwriting too.
Yeah.
Why do you think she knows that? You?
Yeah, I mean, she grew up in the household to where, you know, I just wanted to be her, and this is her.
Hear this one.
That's her.
Hey. I'll be a statue. And then get into this vibe.
Left it all behind, risking it
love this
all
tone.
in a new town. My life, you'll be in it now. But this time, my heart ain't
Philly.
around. I slipped away, never made a sound, never cried so loud. I would follow you, you would follow the crowd. But look at me now, got my feet off the ground. I'm on the road, not coming home. All new places can't love me no more. I slam the door, I've been on the road, my house is no longer a home. Going places you ain't seen before. You ain't seen before. You could've learned to love me more. I knocked and you just slammed the door. Don't you know that you reap what you sow? You reap what you sow. Hide the pain with your crew. The things that these girls say is all true. All we did was fight like damn fools.
This is a fresh sound for her.
Fresh.
I love that it's a fresh sound for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one I was ready for that one to take off because she got that.
For that chord.
She got that voice that go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was ready for that one to take
That's
off.
what's up.
But she has a fresh sound. I love that it's not.
She and her sound.
It's not sounding like it's like anybody. It feel like she will sound like herself, which
Absolutely.
is the most important rule. Period.
Right.
If you don't sound like yourself, don't.
Don't do it.
Don't.
Ooh.
Absolutely. So Nye, you just got, and her name's New York, L.A., but her real name is Nala, N-Y-L-A.
But it's New York, L.A.
Nada.
That's how you spell it, N-Y-L-A. That's her real name. But
Fire. New York, LA.
Her stage name is New York, L.A. So you just got $1 million, a quadrillion dollars worth of game from A Keys. God damn it. And she
Big
said
love,
you sound
Nye.
good.
Big love, Nye.
That's a fact.
That's
She
big
don't-
inspiration.
She don't lie
Big
about what it sound like.
motivation.
No.
Big motivation. So go ahead, man.
He's a good father
Listen,
too.
man.
You see that?
At the end of the day, man, once again, that's like I said, this is my artist and I found her. That's his daughter. Yo, where you at?
I'm at the house.
Look, there she go right there.
What's up, mommy?
Hi.
How you feeling?
There she go.
I'm feeling good.
Amazing. You know what? I just got a chance to hear your music and it sounds fresh. I was
Fire.
telling him it's fresh.
Fire. Zone,
Like you
zone,
got your
zone.
own lane that you're living in and I'm loving it. So stay right there.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so beautiful. So good to see you. So good
That's
to
right.
see you.
Look, I ain't never seen you blushing like that. Damn, she like, oh my God, this ain't
Beautiful
kids.
thing.
This
This is beautiful
AK-47.
That's AK-47.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. I'm listening to your music, so
You got
keep
any advice to
going.
give her right then and there?
Keep going. I was just saying that, like, I said it. I said, like, it sounds fresh. It sounds unique. It don't sound like anybody else. It feels like you have your own lane. I could tell you're writing your own music. So keep that going, because it sounds like unique. When there's only one you, there can only ever be one you. So I think you're on the right path, Mama.
Thank you.
Hey, all right. See,
from the realest.
Big love.
From the realest.
No, that's
Hey,
right.
keys.
That's right. That's right. All right, now.
Look at that.
Look at that.
She happy, man.
Oh, man. That was too good.
That's good.
That's what we do it for.
I'm holding back my tears right now.
That's what we do it for.
Yeah, but now, as I was saying, now you got this big tour going on. You're going to be in Philly. We got to slide up. You know what I mean?
Definitely
See,
gonna be in
If you need any
Philly.
background singers or dancers and stuff, like
Not
we can do
y'all.
Real man.
We can do some
you know what I mean?
See, listen, how do you feel about this? You ready to tear the road up?
Oh my gosh. First of all, it's been forever because everybody's been locked down with COVID. So it's crazy how long it's been, but I definitely am so excited. I feel so ready for it. And there's so much music to share and so much. To me, it's a spiritual experience. When we out there together, it's a spiritual experience. It's something that moves you in a way that you maybe forgot how you're supposed to feel or whatever. But that's what I love about it. So I'm excited about it. It's way time. So
Because she was supposed to come to the Met in Philly. They had posters up, but the COVID thing hit or something.
No, we were supposed to do Europe, America.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have been crazy.
Yeah, because I seen it in Philly, the posters was up, but
we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be there in the summer.
Yeah, COVID is done now, baby.
How do you
Hopefully.
handle? What do dating look like now for y'all? Like, how do y'all do dates?
Oh, we good. We good at it.
Yeah.
We so good.
We
at
got
it.
a 2 week rule.
What that mean? Can't go 2 weeks without a date?
Without. Yeah, we can't be away from each other more than 2 weeks. Like, we have to make sure that we're connecting. 2 weeks is actually long. 2 weeks is too long.
I started being weird after 2
he
weeks.
started getting all types of funky.
Me and my wife was apart she had to go to London for 6 months.
Ooh.
Damn.
He went over there though.
Yeah, you went
I
there,
went
right?
to visit, but we was
It was
away
hard.
for longer than 2 weeks. We was.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it either, but I want she allows me to be great, so I
Come
allow
back
her
home
to
to
be
a stranger. He'd be like, "What's your name again?"
Yeah.
No, you do
Why
change.
you sitting over there
You
like
do
that?
grow.
Come over here.
But
Why
she
you so
do
far?
she do makeup on Marvel movies.
Oh,
wow.
dang.
You know what I mean? So
That's
it's like, and then she
fire.
got nominated for an Emmy and 2 other awards. We
She
actually
on-
got to go.
she
She's
on her
nominated
side.
for some award at the end of this month in LA.
Let's
We got to
go.
go to. So if
Did she ever do
I
your
can't be
makeup?
selfish, nah, she
How about
already
for
knows.
Halloween?
She knows she got
Halloween?
an ugly nigga. You hear me? But I represent for all the ugly niggas across the world that wake up next to bad motherfuckers.
Hey,
I'm talking about
BMFs.
BMFs. you hear me?
BMFs.
I'm
Bad
talking
motherfuckers.
because you know why?
Yeah.
Because we
You know
broke
that
the
BMF.
cycle, nigga. That you think we was gonna continue a generation of uglies? No, we wasn't. You see my kids? Huh? Thank God for my BMs. You hear me? Goddamn, yes.
You
But,
crazy. You crazy.
But what was I saying, man?
You don't even know what you were
You
saying.
were saying a lot, but listen, I
What's
gotta
your
ask you a
train of
question.
thought?
All right.
Now, y'all know about style. Y'all style is in the motherfucker. You know,
Oh.
architecture is.
Hey.
You know what I mean? What is the
Architecture.
Architectural Digest?
Oh.
Y'all doing that? Y'all got Mercedes-Benz commercials. They come with y'all to be directors of style, directors of fly shit.
Hey. Talk
You know
to
what I
him.
mean? Producers of fly shit. How did y'all get that? How do they come to you? They just know y'all. They just see y'all cribs. They see y'all art. They see how y'all dress, and they just be like, "Come on over here. We got a shitload of money for you. We need y'all to direct this shit. We need y'all to curate fly shit for us." How do that come about?
Well, we about owning our own things, actually.
Okay.
You know, we definitely want to make sure that we're creating businesses and creating our generational wealth, you know, and that's super important. One of my passions is definitely it's actually my lifestyle beauty brand called Key Soul Care. And I think that's actually, it's all about how to like take care of yourself while you're doing what you do. So we start with skincare. We actually just about to launch skin color
What's the
hybrid.
difference between makeup and skincare?
Skincare is like how you care about your skin, like how your skin remains healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we are actually launching skin color hybrid. So it's like good for your skin and it also is color attached.
So it's like makeup,
That's
skincare,
good
makeup.
for your skin. Exactly.
It's called what?
It's called Make You.
Make you.
Make
Hey.
you.
Not make up, make you.
Make
you.
Because it's
Make you.
purifying you at the same time as making sure you right, but it's also activating your
making,
glow.
Well,
you,
it's
it's making
because-
you show your inner beautiful.
Like
Yes.
you get to choose what you want to look like. You know what I mean? As opposed to everybody telling you what you're supposed to look like. You, especially as a woman, y'all might not experience this particular experience, but as a woman, I think a lot of us feel like we're, told how to look and told what beautiful is. With your ass talking about the uglies and all of this, so it's his fault.
No, I'm
you
just
checking.
saying,
I
I
like
like
you
It's
checking.
people like him fault. So none of y'all are uglies.
Nah, I'm
Let me
ugly.
ask you a question.
I looked in the mirror my whole life.
This world is socialed out, right? And everything is about comparison. Has it ever been a moment as you, being a woman, even though with social media and everybody got an opinion and all these hours and has it ever been where you felt like insecure or you felt like, wow, I'm doing enough? Do I need to change some things? Was it ever that?
I'm gonna come right back to that question. What I did want to say back to the Architectural Digest and the Mercedes Benz and all these
so you gonna come back
pieces,
to it.
real fast, is that I think that people appreciate the fact that we multidimensional, and it's not one level or one layer that we're focused on. Like there's, we can be. What I love about me and him is that we just like everybody else. There's a certain relatability there that's a real thing. It's not just like, we over here in some universe that don't nobody really understand. So I think that there's that energy is what I think people gravitate towards, and that's what we love to give. That there's it's genuine. It's genuine vibes.
and we bringing real things to the table.
Yes.
Like you really have to have a skill in those things. Like a lot of people think that somebody's being placed there for their looks, maybe in modeling, but these other things you really have to have style to be, cover of Architectural Digest.
Proof of concept.
You really have
y'all
to
had
know
proof
art.
in y'all regular life. Y'all had the proof that y'all do this.
You have to really put your 10,000 hours in those situations, and so when these companies coming towards you, you already put the work in, so it's an easy layup for them too. And we got to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like the key is like by the time they come to you, they already know how they're going to win with you. So now you got to figure out how you going to win.
Yeah.
Because they already know how they're going to win.
Because if they coming to you, then that means you brings a lot of fucking value to their company.
Because they got
And they gonna
everybody's
make a
phone number and they
lot of
calling you.
assets off of that.
Yeah. You said you was going to answer that question of comparison, looking on Instagram, feeling less than, just feeling like insecure. Just from looking at, and was it social media itself? What was it? Was it the world? What was it?
I think that's a very way rabbit hole, deep question, because it goes far. It goes so far. And I think it's societal first, the way that, we look at every magazine, we look on television, you're going to look in whatever ways that we're seeing imagery. We definitely are seeing what beauty's supposed to look like. My sons, they love anime. They're watching Hunter x Hunter. They're watching One Piece. They're watching all these things. And the women, as we know, anime loves a voluptuous woman, which I do too, by the way. I love a very curvy, beautiful woman. There's nothing to be ashamed of or anything. And yet there's a conversation that we have to have about what beauty is. Like, a woman is not just how large her breasts are. A woman is not just how skinny her waist is. A woman is not just how big her ass is. Although that is beautiful in so many ways and we can respect a woman's body, that's not all a woman should be kind of boiled down to. No. And a lot of times the imagery that we're seeing is showing us, if we're not looking like that in these proportions, somehow we're not beautiful. Or if we're not super thin, if we're seeing a bunch of magazines and we're seeing like what, model most, at least in the past, now it's definitely diversifying, I feel more, but there's still so much to go. If we're not a certain skinniness or whatever, that we're not beautiful. So it gets confusing because you see all these images from when you're a kid,
right,
and then you start to feel like that's how you're supposed to present, or else somehow you're not beautiful. So that's like this learned behavior we were talking about that we have to break. We have to realize, no, that's someone else's rules they put on us, standards they put on us that we are actually allowed to break. But all that to say, hell yeah. On top of that, of course, I felt inadequate.
What you mean, like thick women, so we can be clear?
Yeah.
I think that women,
we on $1 million worth of game. You gotta be clear. We talking to the audience. They talking about she like the women. That'd be the whole title right there.
I'm saying that as a woman,
I know what you're saying, but I want
them to appreciate
them to know what you're saying.
Women of all shapes and sizes.
As a woman who is robust and has shapes and curves, I actually find that it's very beautiful to be curvy and shapely. That's
I
a
do too.
beautiful
Absolutely.
thing. So yeah, so I love women, and I love shapely women. And I see what you were trying to say, but
He tried to put his line out there and see where they get. What do you mean?
What you mean?
I never heard
Because
this.
she said, yes, I love women. So she did.
I do, and I think that
She's
women
supposed to. I mean,
in all shapes and sizes is beautiful, and we get
Cole,
into
could you
this-
put context to that? Could you put context to that so they won't?
What's the matter with these people?
No, man, that was Swizz, man. Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Did we open up another can of worms? What do you mean, like women? Let's be clear.
So wait, what context do I need to put?
Like you say, you love women. On what, like
I
as
honor
sisters,
I
as-
honor women. I honor my fellow women
Look at
as
him. He-
sisters, as mothers, as daughters, as we are in this world.
There
We
we
are
go.
bad as hell. We are beautiful
That's a
and we're
fact.
diverse, and we get to look in any way we want to express, and it's beautiful. So this idea that we're supposed to look a certain way, which is perpetuated by social media now even more than ever, but not just social media, it's movies, it's magazines, it's television, it's all the things, but we get to know that in ourselves we're more than just a physical appearance.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I wanted you to explain that because some of these interviews, this interview is so amazing, and I would hate for the topic of it.
No, we ain't never topic that. We ain't never titled
but
nothing
not
like that.
you, the people
Or-
that pull from it,
Right,
the
right,
bottom
right.
feeders.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They pull from they pull from that whole beautiful thing and be like, oh, Alicia's doing this and doing that. So be clear.
Yeah, that's why I said
of what you're
context.
saying.
That's why.
And so I'm here to
clear it up.
But to be honest, I actually don't give a fuck.
I know.
Like, so
That's,
Where did that come
that's
from?
That's what I like.
When was that born inside of you? That fuck what they think mentality.
As she's been born with that.
When was that in you?
you know, but I gotta say, it took a while for me to get there. Actually, I think I did care a lot about what people thought and what people said, and I think a lot of us do because naturally, especially going back to that, like all of a sudden, a bunch of faceless and nameless people get to weigh into your life. Who asked you? Actually, nobody even
you be
asked
on
you.
social media like that?
Yeah.
Physically on your phone, on your page, looking at shit.
I'll look at my stuff. I'll check it, but I'm not obsessive though.
Okay.
Because it's like a lot. It could be a lot. But for me, I feel like the energy I put out is the energy I get back. So the energy I get back, I don't really have to worry about that type of thing. But you get into it without even realizing you into it. That's what I mean about the rabbit hole. You down there and you like, you go crazy.
Yeah, I cut that out with my wife early.
Yeah.
I used to wake up in the morning, whip the phone out. She like, what you
No,
doing, babe? Like,
no.
I'm like, you with the nigga that you going to be with for the rest of your life. The next stop here is heaven. Like that's
That don't
like,
mean she got to be all in her bed on your phone.
I said,
She gonna love this. Tootie gonna love this one.
listen,
She-
I told her,
Alicia, hold you down,
we
Tootie.
know we not going nowhere. The next stop from here for either one of us is heaven. So long as I don't mind what you look like, that's all that matter.
No, she not gonna co-sign.
That's
that.
all that matter.
It's not really about you though. That's the actual fact.
But what I'm saying is, how many videos have you seen with me and Tootie in the bed in the morning?
A lot.
First thing.
Swizz seen a lot.
But why?
Because I had
Yeah,
to
I
break
did.
her out of the mentality of what people think.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
God bless you to look like this. Shit, what we talking about?
Okay. No, I mean, I understand. You know, you a backwards talker.
Even with crust in your eyes,
Talk.
you look.
Check it. What that mean?
He
Hold, shut
talk
up.
backwards.
What backwards talking
He
mean?
start with the other end of the story that you think that he's going in a particular direction, and then he brings it back around.
I'm a good motherfucker.
You know
That's
what I
what she
mean? How you
said.
do that? He's
She
a
said,
backwards
you set me up
talker.
to think you about to say something else, but then you never say
Yes,
that. Right.
That's what he does.
Because I had
That's
to
the
break out
lyricist.
the
That's
mentality.
the
I had to get
lyricist.
my wife out of the mentality of caring what people say.
I feel you.
Giving
I
a fuck
feel you.
about what somebody's saying in the comment. That could
I
be
feel you.
a 22-year-old loser in
15.
Arizona. That could be
Yep.
a 38-year-old
15.
fucking loser in Nova Scotia.
12.
We don't care about what he thinks.
Right.
We don't care
We
about
living
what
our life.
anybody think that don't know you. That
We
don't,
living our
and
life.
even if they know you, we still don't give a fuck about what they think. So that's and
Yeah, now-
she got out of that quick.
Before we get out of here, I know you AK, but I know you ain't do shit with everybody. Who you want to do some music with? If I'm putting you on the spot, you got to say somebody. You got to say some people wherever they up and coming. They already blew up. They big. It's somebody you ain't do no shit with that you want to do.
Definitely. No, there's a lot of people that I haven't done music with that I would like to do music with.
If you could do a song right now, who you want to do a song with?
Who I want to do a song with? I think I think me and Kalani would do a fresh little vibe.
Okay.
I would like that. I think me and her are
You and
overdue
her?
to
Okay.
do
Who
a
else?
zone. To do a zone. I think me and
You know who it is.
Go ahead. Say it. Say it.
Sade.
Oh, yes. The legend.
me and Sade.
Hey, let's not play crazy.
We do need a thing.
Yeah.
Me and Sade.
I'm going to call it for you. I got you.
We need a thing. We do.
Me and Sade been going together since I was a kid. My mom was playing the fucking records.
Right.
When I heard Jezebel, I was like, okay.
She's your girlfriend and she's my big sister. That's how I feel.
So we
too.
family.
100%.
Don't worry about
We
it.
are family.
So I'm going to make the call.
That's a good one.
Who else?
Damn, she said 2, nigga.
I said 3. Like 3, 4 people.
I said 3.
And she got a concert tonight, nigga. Hey, listen, make sure y'all get them tickets.
Let's get the tickets. But listen, man, subscribe. Listen, go get the tickets. They by the time it came in, she already done the show. But listen, this is what y'all need to do, man. Hit them. Listen.
Who's your favorite rapper? Can you guess that?
Oh, yeah. Could you guess my favorite rapper?
Rakim?
No, I gotta be in somebody like
What era?
Jada.
Give me an era.
2000s.
DMX?
Nah, that's her.
Definitely. That's my brother.
That's her brother.
Yes.
That's this.
My favorite rapper.
Of all time.
Oh, not of
not
all
of
time.
all
That's a
time.
different
Oh,
level.
oh,
That's a
yeah,
different
right
level.
now.
But just like
Right
my
now.
favorite
Right now.
rapper,
Right now.
Pusha T.
Pusha T.
I said it's somebody like Jada Kiss.
Listen,
I was a little
let me tell you
off,
something.
but it wasn't that
And you know what's
far.
crazy?
You
I
was
was just
close.
here last week, Pusha T. I was just right here.
That album, to
listen,
me,
listen to that shit, and he was snapping the fuck out.
nah, that is crazy. To me, that record is crazy. His new record, definitely
Yes.
go get into
Shout out
it.
to my
He's
brother,
number one.
man.
Shout out to Pusha T.
And
Number
his
one on
new
the
Let's
Billboard.
go, Pusha!
Number one on the Billboard.
absolutely.
Number one, baby.
Absolutely.
It's almost dry.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right here. Listen, man. Jungle,
saying.
listen, man. It's going down, man. It's a lot of energy here, man. It's going down. But listen, AK-47,
Yes.
Swizz. We appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
Keep doing
y'all,
y'all
man.
thing. Keep leading by example. What love for our people look like.
Yes.
What success for our people look like.
Yes.
What winning look like. What parenting. What just everything dope y'all got
What
going on.
greatness look like.
You know what I mean? Y'all some
appreciate
some
that.
producers of fly shit. Keep doing y'all thing. We thankful. We thank y'all. We
Yeah,
thankful
and
to have y'all as
congratulations to y'all
representatives
too, though, you know?
as us. For us, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us, we figuring it out. We trying to get ourselves together. But y'all example of what it could be once you get your mind right. Once you be able to put the ego and the pride to the side, and just love and don't be influenced by all the bullshit out here. And you create your home and make sure your home is your home. And that's what y'all think, So I love y'all for that. I love y'all for giving us y'all time.
We congratulate you guys on
you.
everything,
Yes.
and that's why we had to come and support because
Yes.
I know where both of you
Come
guys
through.
come from,
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't dare come from where we come from
Period.
and not respect where you come from and be sitting in
man.
front of you doing this. Like we
Thank you,
each one teach one, and we got to be the ladder that each other climb because they steady pushing us down, right?
Yes.
So she got 1,000 things going on. I got 1,000 things going on. Y'all got 1,000 things going on. But the difference is us coming together and doing things.
Major, man. That was major, man.
Yeah.
I
That's why
just
we
want
appreciate y'all.
to put one question out there.
What?
Like,
Oh, finally.
when you doing your next investment, Swizz, call us, nigga.
Call us, man. We throw a couple, you know what I mean? $500,000 or something in some here. Throw $500,000 here. We throw some shit over there. Damn,
Hey,
man.
nigga, you screaming out too much motherfucking paper on camera, nigga.
No, I'm just saying. That was like,
I'm still lying to my family. They think I'm fucked up.
all the family think we
throwing
home.
out $500,000.
It is what it is.
That was some behind the scenes shit you was supposed to say, nigga. Fucking mom will see this episode. She be like, you throwing $500,000 at Swizz Beatz. I need a new fucking house.
I mean, yeah, well,
Hey, Swizz, man, don't leave us out, man. She already told us you ain't losing.
Nah, he don't.
That nigga ain't
That
losing.
ain't even in
You
fucking
know,
out.
you know.
Ain't nobody at this table losing. That's
That's
what
what I'm talking
right.
about. That's right. We ain't none of us
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is we want
Yeah.
to get on that stock. The next thing you want to put us
I mean-
on stocks, let us know, man.
easy work.
Drop a little. This the next Apple. Drop a little. Y'all got the inside plug.
And I got a dope artist I want to introduce you to named Kenneth Picasso. Yo,
Okay.
grab
I
that
think I
bag right
heard
there
him.
for me. His name Kenneth Picasso. He from Chester. Yeah, grab me that bag. I got something for AK-47.
Hey.
I think you gonna like this. Bring this over here.
you go.
You always in Africa. It's his sister named Liberty.
Yeah, it's in
Listen, I don't
Africa.
know the name of your store. I don't know the name of your store, Liberty. But Liberty,
said
she
you
right across
always
the
in
street from Pretty
Africa.
Girls Cook. off of Marshall and Gerard.
Let's go, pretty girl.
Man, get that nasty ass shit out of here.
That
Come on, he got this for me.
That's for
He
you.
got this for me.
I got that for you.
Don't touch my dashiki.
What the fuck is you doing, man?
Thank you.
I got it hooked up.
This is my color. By the way, watch how I piece this up.
Listen, she gonna wear that. She gonna wear that. Listen, she gonna lay that mother. She no fly shit. That's
watch how I piece this up.
While I was a stylist,
This is a cross brother, by the way.
Listen, stylish. Look at he's a loose. Yo, come on, man.
You gonna break the
table, man.
What's wrong with that?
That's doing all that, man.
What's the matter
Liberty.
with that?
I bought that from Liberty. Shout out
Look
to
at it,
Liberty,
it's a
man.
beautiful,
Your
big
store right
love,
across the
Liberty.
street from Pretty Girls Cook.
Shout out to Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah.
Big love.
Y'all gonna make me pass.
But what's the store
all
name?
way
Sister got a
out.
store, man. She
What's
sells.
the store name?
I forget the store name. Fuck, man.
Called
Liberty don't
Moody
kill
Fuck
me.
Guy.
Alright.
Don't what's the
Store
name?
is called Moody Fuck Guy.
It's right across the street from Pretty Girls Cook in Philly, off of Marshall and Gerard. Dope store. When they got that for you, man.
Thank you.
Babe, hold it up. She
you.
like those colors,
Thank
though.
you.
All this shit.
These are my colors, and I'm a freak.
Look
with
at she
Liberty.
gonna listen.
You're fired.
Shout out to Liberty.
You're fired, Liberty.
Go give her a play down there.
Big love.
She's
big
not
love.
wearing this.
She's gonna wear it. You crazy? You guys fucking what's the names? You don't even know the game, man. He's a fucking loser. This dude's a loser, man.
He's crazy.
This dude's
As
a
soon as
vicious.
she get a car, she
Unless
say,
it-
that fucking guy is slow.
He's a fucking loser.
He brought me a fucking dice.
No, yeah, no, she aboard it, man. On the zone, man.
I like it.
Listen, man,
Tell him
we
why you
wanna
like.
thank you
Tell
for
him why
coming
you like
through.
dashikis, man.
Thank you. I
tell
love
who.
dashikis.
Tell her why. Tell
First
her
of
why.
all,
Stop, man.
Shut up, man.
Please.
No.
Tell
First
him,
of all,
babe.
we are the original people. We are full
Teach.
of greatness in every
Teach.
way. And we need to honor and respect our history and our ancestors.
We do.
Thank you.
That's
and
just
this
not a
is,
hot
and
one.
this, look,
That's not a hot
How you
one.
want to tell
It's
us how
all
to
about what you
fucking
do.
loser? He's a
how
loser.
you
This
do
dude's
it.
a loser. He's
So
not a BM.
This is me right here.
I seen some dashiki, some
Me
hot
right
ones,
here.
man. That ain't a hot
We
one.
good.
AK-47 and dashiki.
First
Just
of all-
imagine Africa standing there with that on with the AK-47. Like that's a hard cover, right?
No,
You know what I
it's
mean?
not. Fuck
What?
is you talking about? But you think this? Alicia
I'm a-
Keys not public enemy.
What
No,
is
listen, we appreciate you for joining.
How low can you go? Death row. What a brother know. Once again, that is the incredible, the rhyme edible, the incredible.
Incredible. All right, and we just want to say peace to Alicia Keys and motherfucker Swizz for coming through.
Yeah,
we
I
love
can't
y'all.
even talk. Y'all got me
Continue to
Shout out to
laughing.
celebrate.
Professor
Much.
Griff.
And
You
it's
was a
just
legend.
like that.
Right.